In this video, we're going to look at the stretch command. So the stretch command is found here. It's not hidden away anywhere. It's under modify and right here. And it's on the top one because it's used quite frequently to make adjustments. So I'll show you how it works. You click on the stretch command. You select what you want to stretch. So let's say I want to stretch this here. So I do a box, a green box this way. I hit enter and I pick the item here I want to stretch, and maybe I want to stretch it by this amount. So I click there. Again, I'll repeat that. So first, you click on the stretch command. Then you create a green box. You click here and you create a green box. You want to stretch all these. You hit enter. You pick where you want to start the stretch. And then you can stretch it on an angle, or you can stretch it straight down, and you can make it bigger. Now, the stretch command becomes very useful when either you've made a mistake or you want to make adjustments. So here I've created this drawing. I put all the dimensions. But instead of 14, I want to make that 12, and I want to make that 10. So I'm going to stretch it down. So you can stretch it down, or you can stretch it up. So let's stretch it down first. So I'm going to click on the stretch command. I'm going to create that green box. I'm going to click on all these items that I want to stretch. I'm going to hit enter when I'm done picking. I'm going to stretch down from here, and I'm going to stretch it by 2 straight down. So I'm just going to type 2. And now I've made that 12 and 10. Now let's say you want to make that 16. So again, when we use that stretch command, we'll highlight all this stuff we want to stretch. We'll hit enter, and we'll click here. Right here, we want to stretch in the middle, so I'm going to click here. I'm going to go straight up, and we're going to stretch it by 4. So 4 plus the 12 is 16, and now we made adjustments again. Now let's say we just want to stretch the top here. Let's say we don't want that to be 1, we want it to be 2. So we hit the stretch command, you highlight these items, you hit enter, you pick that you want to stretch just this part, and you want to make it 2. So you want to stretch it by 1, so you go 1, enter. So 1 plus 1 is 2, and then that becomes 2. I'll show you here. Here's a little window I've created. And I want to stretch this window from 16 to 20. So I can use the stretch command, and I have to stretch it by 4. I, again, create that green window. I hit enter when I'm done picking objects. I click the end, and I want to make it 4 bigger. So I just type 4, enter to stretch it by 4. Now you can try to ballpark it, but it's not always exact. Here's another way. You can offset. You want to make this window maybe 15. So you want to offset by 15 from the top. Okay, so you want to offset and make it 15 from here. Now I'm going to use the stretch command and click these items to stretch. I'll hit enter. I'll pick the starting point here, and I'll click the end here, and I made it 15. That's a different way to do it, but I do prefer the other way where we just type the extra 5.